I'm Beryl Kaminsky, a counselor in Houston, Texas, committed to helping people restore balance after their life changes. I work a lot with people dealing with issues of loss and grief, especially death and dying. I have also authored the audiobook, Mending the Broken Heart After Your Child Dies. I'd like to talk today about coping with the loss of a sibling. While I have never lost a child, I was 9 years old when my sister died, so I grew up in the shadow of sibling loss and know what it's like living with a parent's grief. Then when I was 27, my brother died. So I know what it's like to lose a sibling, both as a child and as an adult. One of the most common problems when losing a sibling is illustrated by my experience when I tell people both of my siblings died by the time I was 27. Often the response is, "Well, that must be very difficult for your parents." Now, I don't mean to minimize the effect on my parents, but I'm the one standing in the room at the time, not them. Parents, spouses, and children receive sympathy, but siblings often do not. If your sibling died fairly young, that is, young enough that your parents are still alive, the family dynamics may change significantly. Or perhaps each family member may look to the other for support, but when you are all hurting and operating from a deficit, it's difficult to help each other much. Now, some families do strengthen after the loss of a sibling, but others are quite challenged. To get through the loss, it is important to find people who can support you emotionally and be present for you. Hopefully your family can, but if that's not possible, look for other members of your extended family, perhaps your community, clergy, or mental health professionals. Contrary to the old adage, time does not heal all wounds. Grief waits. It is a sign of strength, not weakness, to recognize your limits and to know when you need extra support, and then to have the courage to allow it in. Under normal circumstances, your siblings are the longest relationship you will have in your life. You know them from your earliest years, and you grow old together. When a sibling dies, you lose this key person. You lose part of your past and part of your future. And that future is that you can no longer reminisce and ask questions about what things were like in your family when you were growing up. There can be tremendous comfort in having this history that you share with no one else but that sibling. And in the future, the holidays and events you will never celebrate together, the conversations you will never have, perhaps the nieces and nephews you will never know. These are just a few of the losses you must recognize and mourn when a sibling dies. Grief can be a very effective teacher if you are open to its lessons. Questioning your priorities, who you are, and what you want out of life is normal, and the answers may take you in directions you never imagined. Thank you for listening. For more information, please visit my website, www.houstongriefcounselor.com. Thank you.
returning home, returning